Hello there, speed duelists, and welcome back to another tournament review. Today we have a Speed Duel Showdown 154. These events take place every Sunday evening on DuelingBook. They're free to enter, so next week you could be one of them. This week we had 12 players, so a pretty good one. Lots of matches to go through. So let's just start. We are starting off with Angel Agent versus Just Souza. Angel Agent is a new name, haven't seen this one yet. And they are on Dice, and Just Souza is on Battle City Siren, her signature deck, let's say. So Dice immediately gonna start off with Dice Foon, and of course, they just rolled a 5. Must be nice, must be nice. The skill is used adding Snipe Hunter and putting back a card. Next up is Melody of Awakening Dragon, best card in the format. And it looks like they are just gonna go for game. Snipe Hunter, discard to destroy the Gearfrieds, and yeah, that is gonna go into game 2. Quick and easy one. Just Souza choosing to go first, summoning Fossil Dyna and nothing else, no Blast with Chain. So we're probably going to see the Snipe Hunter being searched here. Yep. Snipe Hunter summoned, discards the Armed Dragon to destroy the Fossil Dyna. And on resolution, Just Souza uses DD Crow to banish the White Armed Dragon. But here we see Melody of Awakening Dragon just puts another one right in the graveyard. And yeah, that is it for the first game of this top 16. Next up, we have DDD Dragon versus Game Brain. Game Brain has been playing in these tournaments for a while as well. And it looks like we are going to see vampires with Invitation to the Society. This is a skill that basically turns White Veil into Snatch Steel. But the monster cannot attack on the turn it was equipped with White Veil. So very interesting to see. And Game Brain is on Desert Spiral, you know, the flip-based skill. Gonna be an interesting one, so let's see how this works out. Vampire Hunter, you know, the anti-dark monster. And I said Vampire Awakening. Yeah, it makes sense that they play this, because Vampire does have a few tribute monsters, like Vampire Lord, Vampire Curse. Game Brain gonna take things slow, just setting the Death Koala and Swords of Revealing Light to protect him. We see that DDD Dragon, for their limited card, is using Golden Ladybug. That's gonna come in handy against all of these burn effects. Yeah, resolving Death Koala twice with a skill. And passing turn. Am I missing something? They are not activating Golden Ladybug for some reason. Interesting. Tributing the Vampire Hunter for Jinzo, but in the end phase, that's gonna get flipped face down by Sol and Luna. Once again, Death Koala flipped face up. Skill is used, and yeah, that's gonna be more than enough for game, even if DDD Dragon had used his Golden Ladybug. Let's see, game 2. Still no White Veil to be seen. And Game Brain is going to start off with a bunch of set cards. Okay. DDD Dragon flipping Vampire Retainer and attacking into the Gravekeeper's Spy. That's a lot of damage. And Gravekeeper's Curse coming down. That's 500 more damage. Okay, okay. Things are not looking good for DDD Dragon. Sol and Luna flipping the Curse and the Retainer face down. Curse is then flip summoned, that's another 500 points of damage. And Desert Peril gets activated, so almost a flip face down. Curse flipped face up for another 500 damage. Then Spy gets flipped face up. He's not playing the Cannon Holder, he's just bringing out a second Curse. And yeah, that's a lot of damage. Attacking into the Retainer, which Game Brain knows has 0 defense, And is this just gonna be it? No, there's a Vampire Awakening. Okay. No. Okay, no Vampire Awakening then. Let's move on to the next game in the top 16. And we have Dank Memes on some sort of Joey deck versus Demoski, also on Joey deck. Looks like Demoski is on Heart of a Warrior, and I think Dank Memes is as well. Demoski discarding Malicious to bring out Guiltia, and then special summoning another Malicious. Yeah, he doesn't want to draw the third copy, because he already has one in hand. Cosmic Cyclone takes out the Book of Moon, and next Dank Memes will discard King's Knight to special summon his own Guiltia and run over the Malicious. Demoski next uses Foolish Burial to send Dandelion, gets 2 tokens. You can't tribute those tokens. No, so that's a normal summon, but yeah, normally you wouldn't be able to tribute that token, but that is how the players are playing it out. Dasher attacks over the Guiltia, but there is a Sol and Luna to flip the Dasher and Guiltia face down. Next up, Dank Memes drawing the Armed Dragon White, so he's on that package as well. He's gonna bring out another Guiltia. Runs over the Dasher. Let's see, Demoski draws Dogma, but you cannot special summon that out with Dasher effect, unfortunately. Here is Heart of a Warrior, discarding the last Malicious. He's gonna try to summon Dogma, but I don't think you can do that. No, one of the monsters you tribute has to be a Destiny hero. Let's just fast forward as the players fix this. So Guiltia's crashing, was that Demoski's third Guiltia? No. So yeah, the Flame Swordsman is out and about. And Dank Memes unfortunately drawing his Armed Dragons in the wrong order. Now he is gonna summon his third Guiltia, yeah, to attack over this Flame Swordsman, which should have been a Guiltia as well, but just a minor misplay there. You already used your 3 Malicious, so I can't activate that one. But Monster Reborn should allow him to make a bit of a comeback. Yeah, here is Dasher. Yeah, Mind Crush snipes the Dogma that was accidentally revealed. And yeah, this is going to seal up the game, surely. Armed Dragon level 10, Whites being added off the Melody. And this is gonna leave Demoski at nothing. Draws and sets Night Beam. So yeah, this game is over. Let's head into Game 2. And we are going to see Demoski making Dank Memes go first. Dank Memes again drawing the King's Knight. Yeah, I'm assuming they're playing the Joker card, and that's why they're on King's Knight. Anyway, here is Melody discarding Armed Dragon level 10. And DD Crow will be changed to banish that immediately. So now, Dank Memes using the skill Heart of a Warrior, discarding one of the level 10s, and that way they can bring out the other one. This isn't game yet. It's a lot of damage, but not game yet. Okay, it's up to Demoski to come back from this. Oh, there is a DD Crow that's going to snipe the Dasher. So no Dasher shenanigans in the draw phase. Demoski draws Dogma, discards Dandelion to bring out Guiltia, and is going to use token Sunday. Yeah, who remembers this card from My Precious Queen format? Soul and Luna is chained, so this Guiltia will be flipped face down. Let's see. A top deck Book of Moon, that's okay. That's gonna protect them for a bit. We see some Guiltia on Guiltia action. And Domoski drawing a dead Token Sunday. So now he just has to discard one of his dead cards, chooses for the Token Sunday, and try to, you know, push, make a draw between Guiltias, but there is the Book of Moon, and that is going to be it. Yeah. So we have Dank Memes moving on to the top 8. Next match in the top 16. Saying top 16 for 12 players, but you know what I mean. We see Leanne Cyclone. This is a new name for me against Jack Kiyomu. Used to be a very active player, and it's nice to see them come back. We have DD Warrior attacking Ojama Black and banishing both of them. Ojama Yellow is drawn, followed by Set, followed by Armed Dragon level 3. So it looks like they are on armed and ready for their Armed Dragon deck. Okay, cool. Jack keeps drawing dead cards. They are on a Iron Grid with the Macrocosmos. Offerings to the Doomed has to protect their life points, and we see Chiron the Mage. Yeah, this can discard spells. So I'm guessing that Leanne is on a Oja Magic. Jack finally drawing Gearfried, gonna attack Ojama Yellow, and Chiron's effect not being used, so I'm assuming they are on 2 copies of each of the Ojamas. So yeah, no Oja Magic, unfortunately. Gearfried is making his way through all of these Ojamas, and there's a second Chiron. It's gonna try to attack over the Gearfried, but Soul and Luna prevents that from happening. And the second, yeah, the second Chiron also gets flipped face down. Now, luckily for Leanne, this Gearfried can only clear 1 Chiron. See Gearfried slashing some more Ojamas. And what was this trap? It's Wall of Disruption. Not very good against Iron Grid Gearfried, I'm afraid. Yeah, that is gonna be game for Jack on the Gearfried deck. Next, opening hands. We see Armed Dragon level 3 being summoned. And unfortunately, it's not gonna stick around to evolve into level 5. Armed Dragon level 3 then gets normal summoned, and Armed and Ready gets activated. So once per duel, you can level up a level monster you control. Okay, that's cool. Turns a 3 into a 5 instantly. But Soul and Luna going to destroy, flip face down that Armed Dragon level 5. And it is just short on the defensive side, so that's gonna be ran over. Yeah, I'm not sure why Leanne is playing the Ojama cards in this Armed Dragon deck, but yeah, it didn't work out for them. Moving on to the top 8. Now we actually have 8 players left in the tournament. We see Angel Agent, who was on the Dice deck, versus Username here, who is on Crystal Beasts with Battle City Bestie. Okay, very cool to see. I love Crystal Beasts. Have the ultimate rares and everything. Sapphire Pegasus will attack into the Medora, so that is going to stick around. Angel Agent flips up their skill and is going to use Dice Hoon. Rolls a 6, so that is a miss. Going to re-roll 5, of course, obviously. That's what Dice does, I guess. Yeah, so Crystal Conclave gets destroyed. Night Beam destroys the Crystal Raigeki, but here is the out to Medora. Crystal Beast, Topaz Tiger, and Username here filling up their back row once again, so it's looking pretty good for them. Angel Agent draws the dead White Veil, unfortunate. and their Snipe Hunter immediately gets hit with Book of Moon. So both monsters attack. Angel Agent getting really low. They need, I was just gonna say, they need like exactly Melody. But there's a Crystal Conclave that is going to be able to protect Username. Let's see, Melody discarding White Veil, adding 2 copies of the white. Foolish Burial sending the regular Armed Dragon. And Medora gets used to shuffle back the White Veil. And 1 Topaz Tiger and 1 Crystal Conclave. So that way, when Angel Agent summons the white, he can add that White Veil again. Cool little interaction. Medora wasn't gonna see any real use against the Crystal Beast deck. Still in the main phase, Conclave will be used to bounce one of Angel Agent's cards, and yeah, that is going to be it. So 1-0 for Crystal Beasts. Let's see what game 2 brings. We see Melody of Awakening Dragon and Snipe Hunter already in the hand. So that's pretty much perfect for Angel Agent. I think he's gonna trade in one of these Snipe Hunters for Dice Foon. Yep. And use the Dice Foon, gets a 1, he's going to reroll that. Another 1, so 1000 damage for Angel Agents. The 1 in 9 chance where the Snipe Hunter completely betrays you. And Snipe Hunter will betray yet again. Yeah, it's very controlled that Username isn't flipping up their Conclave yet. If it were me, I would have immediately bounced that Snipe Hunter back to the hands. But Angel Agent is gonna be allowed to roll another 6. Wow. Username says he is so sorry. But as they say, 5th time is the charm. Snipe Hunter going to... No! Roll a 1. Okay. Now we finally see Melody of Awakening Dragon adding 2 whites. And it is gonna come out and search a White Veil. Conclave gets flipped. And now Snipe Hunter will try to destroy the Conclave yet again. But I think Username is gonna chain to that, right? Yeah, Crystal Conclave gets chained, targeting the Sapphire Pegasus and the Snipe Hunter. Okay, so yeah, no extender, and the Armed Dragon level 10 white is gonna punch in for damage. I think that was played out a bit weird. DD Warrior is normal summoned. That's after damage calculation. Okay. Book of Moon is used to flip Armed Dragon face down. But that would put them down to only 200 life points. So yeah, the normal summon of Snipe Hunter is just gonna be it. Right? Yeah. So a bit of a weird game. Username fumbling it at the finish line, looks like, after being extremely lucky. But let's see whether they can take it back in game number 3. We have Topaz Tiger getting flipped face down by Floodgate Trap Hole, and in the end phase, Battle City Bestie is going to draw a card for Username. Let's see, Melody of Awakening Dragon discarding Shell, adding level 10 and the white. Paying 500 for the Shell. Man, these Snipe Hunter dice decks, they always seem like constructed decks with how consistent they are. Dice Foon is going to destroy 1. Snipe Hunter is going to be used to destroy the other back row, but in response to Snipe Hunter's effect. So Snipe Hunter did his job. I think they should have done that on the summon of Snipe Hunter. Oh, but Angel Agent is not gonna go for the white play yet. Username summoning DD Warrior and setting Conclave, but not flipping up the Tiger. Does it need to bounce a face-up card? Yeah, it has to target a Crystal Beast card you control, so I'm a bit confused. Wall of Disruption is gonna make that DD Warrior 0 attack. And, yeah, in the end phase, username draws another DD Warrior. Angel Agent will use Volcanic Shell to add another copy, and here is Snipe Hunter. Yeah, it's once per duel, so just once is powerful enough. Arm Dragon level 10 attacks, but is met with Sphere Kuribo, and Arm Dragon has to make it to the damage step in order to destroy something. So now we're going to see Crystal Conclave putting another Sapphire Pegasus in the back row. Crystal Conclave will be used to bounce both of these, and yeah, Crystal Beast takes it and moves on to the top 4. Next top 8 match. We have some friendly banter between the players. And that guy is on Dark Magician, but brother, what's this? That's horrendous. Don't do that. Okay, and Game Brain, of course, on their flip burn deck. Going for the easy 1600 with Koala, setting the Sol and Luna, and activating Swords of Revealing Light. So that guy having the Dark Magician, but it's gonna be flipped face down immediately alongside the Koala. So that guy just going to set a few guys. And here is Game Brain with 500 damage and Koala for 400 more. But then the skill gets used, flipping all the monsters face down, and Curse gets flipped face up for another 500 damage. Yeah, players are talking a bit. But that guy now flips up his Dark Magician and uses 1000 Knives to destroy the set Koala. Gonna use Dark Magic Attack to destroy Swords of Revealing Light, and can actually go for a game from the jaws of defeat. Okay, so that guy being an advantage for game number 2. Game Brain is just gonna start off. Oh no, that guy choosing to go. Oh no, he's being made to go first. My bad. This is gonna set Sphere Kuribo, and Magic Kuribo is chilling in the hand. Yeah, I think in this matchup, setting the Sphere Kuribos might be just fine, I guess. Setting Magic Kuribo, that's a bit of an odd one. Spy flipped face up to summon Curse. Normal summon this Koala, and then using the skill, flipping all the monsters face down and flipping the Koala face up. Okay, here is tried infecting virus, but yeah, indeed, that guy, you made a misplay because Sphere Magic Kuribo also works on effect damage. So we are in game number 3. Game Brain being forced to go first and just doing nothing. That guy accidentally activating Summoner's Art, but then choosing to set it. I would assume you would want to thin your deck, right? But anyway, that guy commits a monster, and that's, I think, not the best play. Would have been better to just leave your field empty. You would take some battle damage, but yeah. And again, the Magic Kuribo is... no, 2 spheres, 2 spheres, okay. Spy gets flipped, summons another Curse, burns for 500, and a skill gets used, flipping all of them face down. Curse gets flipped face up for another 500. Now we're going to see Summoner's Art. Damn, he's just on all the different artworks. That's crazy. Okay. Gonna tribute 2 Sphere Garibos to summon Dark Magician, but it gets flipped face down by Sol and Luna. And now, yeah, 2 curses get flipped face up. So that is just 1500 life points left. Magic Rebo gets used this time. There's a bit of a misclicking. But yeah, we're finally seeing the Dark Magician come out. That's what happens when you play on mobile, I guess. We have 1000 knives being searched. Thousand knives gets used on the face down Gravekeeper Spy. There's some misclicking. Yeah. The first Dark Magician gets stopped by Sphere Rebo. The second one gets in. That's 1700 damage. And Tribe gets in for 1600 damage. Okay, so let's see whether Game Brain can make a comeback. Lady Assailant is only 800 damage. The Koalas would only be 400. And yeah, Game Brain does see the writing on the wall. So we see that guy on the multiple different Dark Magician artworks moving on to the top 4. We are gonna see Delicatis facing off against Dank Memes. And Delicatis is also on a Dark Magician. They are one of the players who just sticks to this deck, you know. Dank Meme's gonna Cosmic Cyclone the set Dark Renewal, and that's gonna be a big turn, discarding Arm Dragon level 10 to summon Guiltia, and Delicatis with the main deck DD Crow. Okay. Joker's Knight sends King's Knight from the deck to the graveyard to summon itself. And here we see a direct attack from Joker's Knight. And Magic Rebo will stop that attack by summoning Dark Magician. But also DD Crow in the main deck from Dank Memes. These guys are onto something, I guess. The Ever Faithful Servant skill lets Delicatis add another Magic Rebo. And this Dark Magician is going to attack over Guiltia. Unfortunately, another DD Crow. Another Guiltia to protect the life points. Play is back to Delicatis, who draws Breaker of Allure. Okay, has the Witch, so that is going to be another direct hit. It's not game yet. And depending on the back row... Oh no, there's a Dark Renewal. Yeah, Dank Memes is cooked. Joker's Knight returns to the hand by putting back the King's Knight. Sol and Luna gets drawn. I don't think that was a top deck they needed. Joker's Knight gets summoned, but Dark Renewal hits. And that is indeed going to be game 1 to Delicatis. Now, Delicatis will have to go first. And looks like they are just going to pass with all of their hand traps. Dank Memes also passing. Delicatis also passing. Dank Memes also passing. We have some Mystic Mind gameplay here, guys. Okay, we see Allure drawing into Kaiku. Excellent card against the Armed Dragon package. Now, Heart of a Warrior discarding white to summon a Guiltia. And Delicatis not using their DD Crow yet, because they are safe from white dragons coming out thanks to Kaiku. Here Delicatis has Dark Magician, but it gets flipped face down. And now Delicatis using their DD Crow to banish that Armed Dragon white. Joker's Knight comes out, special summoned. Maybe a bit late, but Cosmic Cyclone gets used on the Dark Renewal. Dark Magician will immediately be flipped face down again. Okay, we see enemy controller. Yeah, that would not have made game yet. No, definitely not. Delicatus finally... no, not yet. Not yet flipping his Dark Magician face up. We see Dank Memes taking out the set Dark Magic attack. And Dank Memes summoning another Guiltia to pad the life points. The Tribe Infecting Virus going to destroy all of the warriors. And since this enemy controller wasn't set, yeah, that's game. That's game. Okay, final game of the top 8. We see myself on Water versus Jack Yomu on Gearfried. Let's see, Jack goes first, and he immediately has a pretty solid combo of Gearfried and Blast with Chain. I have Legendary Ocean, Normal Summon, Terror King Salmon, and I'll try to attack over Gearfried, but here is Sol and Luna. And things are starting to go downhill from here. In the damage step, using Kunai with Chain, Blast with Chain to destroy my Legendary Ocean. Luckily, I have another one. My skill lets me add back my fish. I'm gonna try to attack over Gearfried, but Grand Convergence. This card is basically a dark hole if you have Macrocosmos on the field. And also it does 300 burn damage. Now Gearfried is unaffected by that thanks to Iron Grit. And I have Submarine Roid. Luckily, I'm gonna try to attack for some damage. But there is another Grand Convergence, and thanks to Macrocosmos, my water guys are not hitting the graveyard, so I cannot add them back with my skill card. I'm drawing a few dead cards here. You see Foolish Burial, yeah, that's also not going to cut it. So let's go to game 2, where maybe I'm a bit more lucky. We see Jack opening with plenty of banishing cards. And looking at the replay, I had this Mind Crush, hoping to hit something after reinforcement of the army. But seems like I wasn't lucky enough, you know. Bountiful Legendary Ocean being activated, then Bountiful Ocean to add back Warrior of Atlantis. And I am gonna go pushing in, attacking over the DD Survivor, which comes back in the end phase. And here, yeah, Jack just rips another Grand Convergence, so it's gonna be 300 damage for me. Banish of the Radiance comes down, and yeah, DD Survivor returns in the end phase. I do have my one-off Submarine Roids, attack for 800 damage, so we're getting there, we're getting close. Next up is Tribe Infecting Virus, and yeah, if I had known this back row was a bluff, this would have been game. But unfortunately, I play it safe here, attack over the Banisher, attack directly with Submarine Roids, who unfortunately does his original attack as damage, so this boost doesn't matter, sadly. Gearfried comes down, here is Sol and Luna. The survivors are gonna crash. In the end phase, the survivor returns. Yomi ship, I set it, yeah, I had a lot of cards that I wanted to side out, but not really any good cards to side in, yeah, even sided in Mind Crush, so that's unfortunate. I'm gonna try to attack for game with Submarine Void, but there is Sol and Luna, and yeah, unfortunately, this Grand Convergence isn't gonna do it for me. I do draw Lavia Dragon. I'm going to Tribute Summon it with 1 Tribute. I'm gonna flip up my Submarine Void, but Here is the Grand Convergence, finally. And that just is game for Jack. So we have Iron Grit moving on to the top 4. But first, let's see that guy on Dark Magician versus Username here. And they were on the Crystal Beasts. So should be an interesting matchup. We see Crystal Beast, Sapphire Pegasus, plays Topaz Tiger and set 2. And that guy unfortunately just has to end his turn. Yeah, there is nothing could have done with that handful of hand traps. Uses Magic Karibo to bring out the Dark Magician, and that is going to be sniped by the Crystal Raigeki. So we see a second attack coming in the end phase. Battle City Bestie draws Username, another card. Tribe Infecting Virus comes down, but immediately gets flipped face down by Book of Moon. See, this is what happens when you don't have turn player priority on a Tribe Infecting Virus. Topaz Tiger comes down, and that is gonna be game despite... Oh no, it's not game. Book of Moon and Sphere Karibo saved that guy's life. And here, this Tribe Infecting Virus also will not get a chance to activate its effects. So it's 1-0 for Crystal Beasts. Yeah, DuelingBook apparently doing what DuelingBook does best. Lagging. And here we see Username going first again. He has a pretty decent setup. He's just going to set a few cards, not giving that guy a chance to summon Dark Magician. And here he, this artwork, man, what is it? Just looks so weird. Anyway, we see Tribe Infecting Virus poking for 16. Topaz Tiger is gonna punch over that, or try to punch over that. 400 damage, that allows that guy to use Magic Rebo to bring out a third different artwork of Dark Magician. And I would understand it if he picked like the good artworks, but this is just weird to look at, man. Weird to look at. Anyway, Crystal Conclave is used. The Ever Faithful Servant skill picks up a copy of 1000 Knives. And that guy has left the duel. But he is back, and no, for some reason, looks like it's over. Let's see what would have happened. Dark Magic Attack would have been used. Crystal Conclave would be changed, bouncing back the Tiger and the Dark Magician. But then surely next turn, yeah, that guy wouldn't die and he'd still have place. So, yeah, maybe something went wrong there. Yeah, no, that's the end of the replay. So I can't really tell what went wrong there, but Crystal Beast makes it to the finals. In the other top 4 match, we are going to see Yugi versus Joey. So Dark Magician versus the Iron Grid deck. And there's already 1800 damage from the Survivor. And this Magic Rebo comes a turn late, but that's okay, because Delicatus already has Dark Magician. And on the summon, Grand Convergence is going to snipe that. Delicatus setting DD Crow, yeah, it was not going to be of any use in this matchup. So Gearfried connects, and enemy controller will switch the DD Survivor to defense mode. Just playing around a potential additional Grand Convergence, but Delicatus drawing 2 more cards that aren't going to help him here. Magic Rebo has to hit the graveyard to activate its effect. So we're going to see a quick win in game 1 for the Iron Grid player, Jack. Jack just passing turn, not giving Delicates a chance to special summon his Dark Magician. And Jack is destroying miserably. He luckily has a Banisher that attacks over the Witch. So no Witch effect, no Magic Rebo effect. But we do finally see Dark Magician hitting the board. Dark Magic Attack is searched off the skill. And Offerings to the Doomed will banish Dark Magician. There is a second copy, however, and Tribe Affecting Virus is gonna clean this up. So 2 very quick games. Final game, Delicates forced to go first, and he has Witch and Dark Renewal. So that's pretty good, unless Jack normal summons Gearfried. He's not going to attack. He's gonna play this very controlled. But Breaker comes down for Delicates, which is going to be sniped by the Offerings. There is another Breaker though. It's going to try to attack over Gearfried, and it's going to be successful. That's pretty big. Macrocosmos being drawn, and he doesn't have the Grand Convergence yet. So let's see. We see Witch being normal summoned. Attacks the DD Survivor, and Macrocosmos is used. So Jack Yomu is definitely not out of the game yet. We see DD Survivor returning, and yeah. This is gonna cause a bit of a ruling dispute. Yeah, it's gonna send both, so banish them, and DD Survivor can only come back once. So Gearfried attacks over the Witch, it gets banished. And next up, Breaker is gonna try to attack over the Gearfried, and that is successful because, as we see, there is Macrocosmos and Rota. So yeah, pretty horrendous. Let's head into the finals. Our 11th match of the video. Thank you so much to whoever is still watching at this point. We are going to see Crystal Beast take on Dark Magician in the finals. And Username has a pretty good setup. However, his Crystal Raigeki is immediately going to pick off the Dark Magician. And Witch of the Black Forest comes down. There is a Crystal Conclave. Let's see. Username has a few options here. He draws DD Warrior, sets Book of Moon, and DD Warrior is going to attack the Witch of the Black Forest, banishing both of them. Sapphire tries to attack in, but there is the Magic Rebo, since 100 points of damage were taken. In the end phase, Username will get to draw a card. It's weird that they're not choosing to bounce both the Crystal Beast and the Dark Magician. Here we see Dark Magic Attack. Okay, chain with the Crystal Conclave. Oh yeah, that's fair enough, that's fair enough. And now they're bouncing the monsters. Username loses Book of Moon. And Delicates goes in with the Witch. Let's see, Username going to normal summon the Pegasus set Berserker skill. Wow, this card used to be pretty popular. So a monster, except one that is attacking directly, gains 1000 and in the end phase loses 2000 permanently. You see Breaker coming down. It's going to destroy the Berserk skills, which is not going to get chains. In the battle phase, Witch attacks the Sapphire Pegasus, but Sphere Grebo is used, and Breaker attacks the Sapphire Pegasus, which does let Delicatus add back Magic Grebo from the graveyard and discard it immediately to special summon Dark Magician. So that was an intense turn for Delicatus. Now he just has to set Book of Moon, and it's not looking good. Not looking good at all for our Crystal Beast player. Book of Moon will hold off this Dark Magician's attack. But Witch connects, and I don't think there's anything, Username could draw to get out of this. But here we see game 2 going to Delicatus. Time for the final match of this tournament. Thanks to everyone who's making it this far into quite a long video. We're at 45 minutes. 45 minutes of Speed Duel content. Where else will you find that? Username bringing out the Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo. Yeah, it's quite excellent because you do have ways to protect it. And Breaker is drawn, but unfortunately for Delicatus, there is a Book of Moon on the summon, so that is one of the outs completely gone. Username going to set their second Fossil Dyna. Okay, that is a choice. Witch has 1200 defense, so is going to be able to stave off the Fossil Dyna attack. Here is another Witch. So yeah, it's luckily for Delicatus that he drew another Witch, because then next turn he would have been able to Tribute Summon. But we see Username drawing Sapphire Pegasus, which is going to make these cards live. But Dark Renewal is activated to send. Yeah, you can do that, because the summoning effect is optional. So the Witch is sent to the graveyard, and that lets Delicatus add Tribe Infecting Virus, which is an out to the Fossil Dyna. Normal summon Tribe, and that is going to be picked off by the Crystal Raigeki. Username once again has a Crystal Beast, and Delicatus once again has the Dark Renewal. So this time Breaker is the pick. But we see Username still having plenty of outs to this Breaker. Normal summon, Crystal Raigeki, and that was only game 2. Okay, I was wrong. We still have one game left. So this time the Crystal Beast player has to go first. Opening hand is okay, not great. Just gonna set Book of Moon. Allure will let Delicatus draw another Witch and a Cosmic Cyclone, and that Witch is just gonna go in. Next up, Username not having the best draws in this game 3. Yeah, we see the Topaz Tiger being sniped by the Dark Renewal, and which lets Delicatus add another Breaker. In the end phase, Cosmic Cyclone is going to banish that Crystal Conclave, and now Breaker gets booked. And it's definitely not looking great for Username. He's hanging on, but just barely. Unfortunately, yeah, Username knows that there is a Dark Magic attack. It is added on the skill card last turn, and he just has to flip his Sapphire Pegasus face down. Breaker coming up, attacking over the Sapphire Pegasus, and Dark Magician attacking directly. And yeah, sadly, I think Username made a misplay there. He should have placed Sapphire Pegasus in the Spell and Trap zone. We see Topaz attacking over the Breaker, but yeah, that just lets Delicatus summon another Dark Magician. So I'm afraid that this final match is over. Yeah. Username admitting defeats. Still pretty impressive that they made it to the finals with Crystal Beasts. And Delicates being the winner on Dark Magician. Guys, this has been a long one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This was Ryan Atlas. Bye.